Hello there, this is Tom Che from the North Plains Veterinary Clinic, and today I wanted to talk to you about things to perhaps avoid having your dog chew on at the risk of potentially breaking their teeth. The recommendation is to be certain that whatever they're chewing satisfies this very simple requirement, that if you were to hold your hands apart as wide as your dog's mouth is wide. So if you have a big dog, maybe here, a little dog a little closer. And if you're able to give this with just using your fingers and hands, if you're able to feel it flex, then it's likely safe enough for your dog to chew and not break their teeth. I have a variety of things here that have either in the past been associated with dogs breaking their teeth or things that we recommend avoiding. Let's go through some of those. This particular bone is a very nice one. It's flavored for dogs. However, when I apply that test that we like to use, I'm going to hold my fingers as wide as my dog's mouth is. I only have a little dog, a French bulldog. So her mouth is about this wide, and so I'm going to try and flex this. And I really can't feel it flex. So this particular one here I would avoid. Sometimes you'll have rawhides, and we do recommend a lot of rawhides. However, if I were to do this one, again, I can't feel it flex. And this is also one that has a knot tied in each end, which can pose a risk for choking or an intestinal obstruction. The other thing I wanted to point out is that this has a circular or round profile. When you have a round profile, when dogs chew it, and dogs have 42 teeth, when they chew it, only 2 teeth, one from above and one from below, is going to contact this, and only at one point on each one. And dogs have pretty strong mouths. So here's an example of a dog's mouth here, and they have, again, 42 teeth, and these 2 teeth here, this upper one and this lower one, are the main ones they use for chewing. And when we have something that's back here and they bite down, there's a very, very small amount of surface area that the teeth are in contact with, and when you put a lot of pressure on that, that can break the tooth. We much prefer, and we'll have this in another video, things that distribute the pressure over multiple teeth at the same time. But let's go over some examples of things that we'd recommend avoiding. The really hard rawhides that are rolled, such as this, again, they don't satisfy the rule of being able to flex them. If I hold my fingers as wide as my dog's mouth is wide. The other thing about this one, of course, is that it's round. And keep in mind, of course, when it's a round or circular profile, dogs can only engage 2 little tiny points with their teeth and put a lot of pressure on it and can hurt their teeth. This is an example of an antler. These have become even more popular, and granted, they can get dog teeth really clean for those dogs that are savvy enough not to bite too hard, but this again does not satisfy that rule of being able to flex, and this is definitely one of those things that have been associated with dogs breaking their teeth. This one here is a twisted rawhide chew, and this particular one, if it's made out of the harder stuff, you may not want to try this one. I can actually get a little bit of flex with my fingers this close. So, make sure that you apply this test to things for your dog to chew. This one here is a hoof. Now, I used to work on large animals, trimming horse hooves and everything. And for those that have horses, when the vet or the farrier comes out and we're trimming those hooves, just little bits come off at a time. Dogs just love eating them. But these great big hooves, these pieces, and of course this isn't from a horse, are just way too hard. And again, I hold it with my fingers as far apart as my dog's mouth is wide, and I can't get any flex there. And also, certainly with these dried hoof products, I have seen dogs break their teeth on those. Here is a formed product here that's made to look like a bone, again, it does not pass that particular test. I can't move this at all. And see, we've done this one here, also fails that test. And so the take-home message here is, what do you avoid feeding your dog, to getting them to chew in terms of a chew toy or a digestible product, is anything that if you hold your hands as wide as your dog's mouth is wide, and try and flex it. If you can't even feel a little bit of a flex there, then that product is too hard. Here, just as a teaser, is an example of some things that are safe for your dogs to chew. This is a little toy here. I believe this one has actually room to put a treat in to make it more palatable. And I can actually feel this give even by pushing it, and if I flex it, I can feel that flex. And this one is also satisfies that rule. I can go ahead and flex this one a bit here. Now, if your dog is one of those that they would just destroy that, try buying the size that's 1 or 2 sizes up from where this is, so it's just a little harder for them to get their mouths around. I hope this has been helpful in terms of going over some things that should be avoided to give your dog to chew for the sake of not breaking their teeth. And I would like you to come visit us and see our next video that goes over things that your dog should chew. Thank you very much for your attention.